Welcome to your prenatal class. We're going to hit play on June 2021 transformation in 3, 2, 1, play. All right, bolsters and blocks available. Let's meet reclined. So grabbing both blocks, we'll settle with this Egyptian pillow style and set up with the bolster for a softer recline. Scoot your butt all the way back. Let's lean back, open up through the heart. Let's try taking the feet together with knees wide. If you're feeling really tight on the inner thighs or you're starting to feel pulling around the round ligament, let's just work on getting there slowly. So even the feet can be apart and the knees out. And you can interlace your hands over your mid or low belly, whatever feels comfortable and supportive. Take a deep inhale. Relaxing exhale. Again, let the air fill up through your nose. Exhale to let go. One more time. Breathe in. Exhale and release down, down, down into the floor. And breathe in and out of your nose. Feeling for temperature or tingles or movement at your belly, inside of your womb space. Start connecting to the energy that you're carrying onto the mat with you tonight, and what the baby inside of you is bringing. With your breath, can you start to lull your body and your baby into a place of relaxation, a place where you get to tune so deeply into your body and your intuition that any other floating ideas or thoughts that may be distracting you can just go away. You can come back for them in a little bit. Maybe you start with a body scan, and if the soles of your feet are together, feel or wiggle your toes around. Feel the sensation of your feet. Are your feet cold? Do they feel warm? Are they sticky or a little dirty? Take the awareness of your legs around your knees into your inner thighs, all the way to your hips and pelvis. Again, feel into your hands, your belly, everything that lives in there. All the way up into your heart, your chest, around your shoulders, down your arms, back to your hands. Maybe you take your hands now all the way to the crown of your head, or you can take them behind your head and let your elbows splay out just like your knees are. Notice if you can breathe deeper here. If you need your hands to help you, take them down to your thighs. use them to gather your legs together, and you can walk your feet out wide, let your knees dive together so you get this different sensation across your hip joints. You can keep your legs right there as they are. Bring your hands back to behind your head. And with your thumbs, you can massage around your neck or at the base of your skull. Traction your head, or even cradle your elbows together and you tuck your chin in towards your chest. Slowly adding some pressure and breathing into the back of your neck. Being super gentle with this, going side to side. Noticing the tops of your shoulders around your neck on each side, left and right. And then slowly come out to the middle, let your head come down. Flex your arms to the side to give you some support. Let both knees dive over to your left with your right hip picking up. I want you to actively walk your right fingertips back to feel whatever it is you may be feeling across your hip or thigh, or even into your spine and ribs or your chest. If you want a different sensation to play with, you can reach for your ankle and tuck your foot close by your butt and really feel into your quad stretch. If you're there, actively lift your pubic bone and try to flatten your low back down to the bolster again to isolate this quad. And if your knee is picked up, try to glue that back down. You don't want pressure, too much pressure around the knee, mostly sensation on top of the thigh. Take 2 more right here. Full rounds of breath. Lean over to your left to help sneak that right leg out. You're just going to tick-tock your knees over to the right. And stay right there. Feel into the hip crease, into the hip joint itself. Big internal rotation. Can you work your left shoulder down in opposition to your left knee? Take your hand down, maybe reach for that foot. Can you slip onto the top of your left foot? Snuggle the heel close, gluing your tailbone down and flipping it up and under and really pulling your baby backwards towards the floor. You can isolate onto your left thigh. Keep your chest open, big breathing, nice and slow. You can always breathe out of your mouth to release excess heat. One more breath. And lean over to your right. Slide your left leg out from underneath you. Take both legs straight and forward. Give them a shake. Let them move like windshield wipers, maybe at the same time, same direction or opposite. And then you can roll slightly over to your left side with your knees bent. Prop yourself up. And staying on the long edge of your mat, you can move the bolster or blocks slightly out of the way. Take your legs wide. And if you want to sit on a block, you can, or a bolster, you can. Anything that you can do to prop yourself up. I'm actually going to do that. All right, toes up towards the sky. Your knees can stay soft. And if you are sitting on a bolster, you can always put the 2 blocks underneath your knees. Take a breath in, reach up towards the sky. Actively get this pull. So you're almost taking yourself out of your pelvic bowl so much by reaching and pushing out through your legs. You feel more space around your waist, giving more room for baby. Breathe in, breathe out, and you can reach forward and down towards the floor. Hinge at your hips, and you can do whatever feels good. Slowly melt into your spine or sway side to side. Add your head. Feel into your inner thighs. Again, this time with straight legs. Come to a slow stillness right in the middle. Begin to walk yourself up again. Push out through your feet. Pull your toes actively back. Breathe in, reach up towards the sky. Exhale and reach down with your right arm, up and over with your left. Add this waistline stretch. Noticing if your top shoulder wants to dip down, can you work on stacking yourself open? Breathe in, come back through the middle, reach up all the way. Again, finding that space on both sides. Exhale, left hand comes down, reach up and over with your right. And keep the right hip worked into your blocker bolster. We'll go with more movement. Inhale, come up through the middle. Exhale, slowly lower to the right. Connect to your core strength. Belly in as you breathe in. Exhale, lower, left hand down. One more time. Inhale up towards the sky. Exhale, right hand down, up and over with your left. Last time. Inhale, back through the middle. Exhale, over to the left. Inhale, come back through the center. Reach both hands high. Exhale, take your elbows wide. Open up through your chest. And let the elbows come all the way down. Hands down. You can get your legs to come forward. Again, a little shake. Feels kind of good. And then with your feet as separated as you need them to be to make some room between your thighs. Again, inhale, reach. Exhale, fold forward to feel into the backs of your legs and your hamstrings. This time, relax your head all the way down. Soften around your neck and shoulders. Keep pulling your toes up for a few rounds of breath. Checking in with the entire back body space from the bottoms of your feet to your calves, hamstrings, glutes and low back. I want you to hold on to anywhere on your shin above your feet. Now, keeping yourself folded over, can you point your toes down all the way? So basically, tops of the feet are getting stretched out. You can feel into your ankles, give them a little rub with your fingers. And then keeping the legs straight and keeping your toes pointing down, point your ankles or toes in towards each other so you get more of this outer ankle sensation. Maybe you give your calves a squeeze for your shins, a squeeze all the way up to your knees. Keep relaxing your upper body. And then you can pull into the toes, bring them up towards the sky one more time. Big inhale. Big exhale to dive through and down. Inhale, lift your spine back up. Stacking yourself as tall as you can. Reach down for the floor and just shift off whatever you're sitting on. So hands will go back behind you. Keep your right foot glued down. Left ankle is going to come up and over and cross in front of the right thigh. And notice how I'm just slouching into my back here. I want you to pull both sets of feet, or actually just your left, up towards your knee and prop your heart forward. See how close you can get your chest or walk your chest to your shin. And I want you to sway from side to side. And what you're doing is looking for the place that gives you the most sensation. I want you to pause on that spot and take 3 big breaths. Letting this be active by keeping your breath going. And keeping your right hand down, let your legs turn over to the right. And take a big stretch up and overhead with your left arm. You can slowly come down onto your right elbow, maybe even straighten out this bottom leg. And notice if you just let your waistline dip down, you might need to adjust what's happening with your arm, whether it's pointed up towards the top of the mat or down to the side, but see if you can stretch into your waist and into your rib cage here. It's almost like you're kind of like George Costanza, but not so much. Okay, you can keep letting the top knee or left knee push away. Just feel all the way through this side waist part, which doesn't always get a lot of attention. But when there's so much growth happening in the front, we don't want all of the room to happen just here. We want to find space on the side. Notice this connection to your belly and to your abdominal wall. And then you can bend both knees. Once again, prop yourself all the way up. Roll over onto your butt. And we'll just try the other side. Swivel around. Okay. So right ankle is going to go all the way over the left thigh. And keep yourself down for a second while you pull your toes up and let your knee get heavy and away from you. And then you can try lifting up your chest by pushing down through your arms. This is actually a great tricep workout to hold yourself up here and then go side to side just with your hips, left and right, like you're on a search for the most incredible sensation in your right glute. And once you have it, you can stay right there. Take deep breaths. Again, activate by pulling your shoulder blades together and squeezing into your upper arms. One more breath here. And then you're going to slowly lower onto your right foot. So legs go to the left. You're going to stay on the left side, lowering down onto your elbow, either with your hand forward or your hand going perpendicular to your mat. And then you can lengthen out that bottom leg, stretching into your hip. So instead of doing like a plank, right, where we activate that waistline, let's see if we can stretch it. And this time you can dip into that shoulder if it feels okay. And you're breathing into the left side. With the right knee, try to stay pointed up. If it wants to collapse down, that's okay. But you can also just use your right arm to help prop it open. And see if you can fine tune your own body and listen again to what sensations you're getting around this side of your body. Take a deep breath right there. Last one. And both knees will slide up. You can push yourself up. I want you to turn over onto all fours. Take your knees out wide, toes together. Send your hips back for your child's pose. Grab a bolster, block, anything that helps you feel supported here. Let your arms lengthen out again, finding the length on both sides of your waist, all the way through your underarms and your arms. Two more breaths. Breathe in, start to rock yourself forward onto all fours. Take your knees in slightly. Blocks can still stay handy. Keep your left hand down, reach your right arm up towards the sky. Circle out your wrists. And then take a full circle of your entire arm, reaching all the way back towards your feet and down. Inhale, spiral the hand forward and up. Exhale down. One more time. And a big inhale to reach straight up. Exhale, weave yourself down into a twist. On the back of your right shoulder, turn your head to the left. Let your spine swivel as you lean back so that your left ribs go over your right. You can keep using the left hand to push down. And place your left hand back down by your face. Inhale, sweep your right arm towards the sky. Expand your heart. Exhale and plant your right hand down. Inhale, take the left arm up. Work the wrist. Both directions. And then reach your arm all the way back towards your feet. Inhale, sweep the arm down and forward to come up. Exhale, reach back. Work the entire shoulder girdle. Last one, breathe in, reach. Push down with the right arm. Exhale, lower onto the back of the left shoulder. Gaze right. Use your right arm to help push to find that stack. Left ribs are under right. Reconnect to your breathing. Last two rounds. Bring your right hand back by your face. Inhale to reach the left arm high. Exhale and plant your left hand down. All right, walking the knees together. You can sway your hips from side to side, feeling into your waist. Then keep your knees right underneath your hips. And we'll extend the right leg back and keep your toes tucked under. And you can work forward and back in this semi-plank, right? To push and work into specifically your right calf. But while you're there, I want you to push the ground away with your upper body. Stay really proud in your chest without collapsing there. Stay connected to your front body, down in front of your belly and baby. And then pause when your shoulders are back over your wrists. Bend your right knee. Let's take it up towards the sky with the heel. Breathe in and pulse it up. Exhale, pull it through to touch your right tricep. Inhale, let's find a kick up and back, squeezing the butt. Exhale, pull it through to your right tricep again. One more time. Inhale to lift. Exhale, let's take it all the way towards the tricep, but step your foot forward, all the way down. You can scooch your left knee further back. So your hands are on the inside, and grab your blocks if you need to bring the ground closer to you. Okay. Dive down with your hips and feel yourself out, just like you did with the rock in that seated figure 4. Go side to side with your hips and find that juiciest, most communicative part of your body, whatever shape that is. With your chest up, just guide your right shoulder or right ear to your right shoulder and see if there's a connection from your hip to your waist and belly, all the way up through the left side of your neck. Nice. One more breath. And bring your head back to the alignment in the center. You can inch your hips back so that you can walk your foot on the inside of your hands. Let's press the hips back, straight right leg, pull your toes up. We'll move the spine a little bit. Inhale, hard up. Exhale, fold down. 2 more like that. Inhale to lift. Exhale, move it down. Last one. Stay down in this single leg hamstring stretch. You can also do a windshield wiper of your right leg if you want to play with the sensations on either inner or outer hamstrings. Or just hold it still for 2 more. Breathe in and lift your spine. Let's plant your right foot back down, bending into your knees. With your hips still slightly over your left knee, walk yourself up onto your thigh, right? Shoulders over hips. Let's find a little bit of stability, looking for an even hip structure here as best as you can. Let's reach the arms up towards the sky. Take a big inhale. Exhale, pull your elbows wide. Let's dip down with the hips for 2 inches or so. Inhale, reach up. You can inch back out. Exhale, dive in. Glue into your right foot. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, pull down. Stay down. If you can grab for your hands behind your back and pull your arms long. Keep your chin off your chest and expand through the front of your heart. Keep talking to your right foot for balance. Left toes tucked under for extra support. Connect to the low belly strength. One more breath. And exhale and let your hands go. You're going to grab the blocks and lean forward. Tuck your left toes under if they're not yet already. Lift that knee. Take as many steps as you need to get forward in this forward fold. Breathe in, kind of halfway lift. Exhale and fold. 3 big breaths as you stay center or sway in your upper body, or even wag your tail from right to left. And then let's heel toe, both feet out until your toes are wider, are off your mat. You can stack a block or two underneath or in between your legs, keeping the block ahead of you. Try lowering by bending your knees, sinking your hips down until they touch onto that block. I'm going to swivel to face you. You can stay where you are. Knees will go out wide. Take a breath in as you lift your heart up. Exhale, you can use your elbows, push out wide. As you lean your heart forward, you should feel more of your inner thighs. If your hands can reach, my upper arm bones are shorter, I feel like. It's just the ratio there. So if your hands are on the inside and you can get your hands there, that's great. I feel more pressure doing that. Think about your pelvic floor here. So when you breathe in, there's a softening of the tone and relaxation there. And when you breathe out, you feel this gentle gathering and pulling up. You're not doing an active Kegel here. I don't need you to do that unless you want to or you have urinary symptoms, but it's not always the answer. I just want you to start connecting to it a little bit more often when you're stretching. This area has to grow and be able to expand. And the best way to do that is first with your breath. Notice if you're gripping around your tailbone or around your left or right glute. Stay for 2 more breaths. Now reaching your hands forward, you can push down into your feet or use your hands to help you lift your hips up, square off your feet, take a breath in, find a halfway lift. Breathe out, fold yourself down, bend your knees, take one knee down at a time. Ditch the blocks for a second for tabletop. Okay, we'll try the other side. So stacking yourself up, shoulders over wrists, and knees under hips. Take the left leg back behind you and rock forward and back until you start to feel that left calf loosen. Keeping it dynamic. You might already feel it's been stretched out, especially after being in that yogi squat. So pause in the back, heel heavy, pushing down through your arms, feeling that doming of your upper back without completely rounding, right? Then as you shift forward, breathe in, lift your left leg, bend your knee, take that heel all the way up to the sky. Exhale and pull your knee towards your left tricep. Inhale, lengthen out through the waist, kick up through using the glute. Exhale, pull the knee out and wide. Last time. Inhale, donkey kick without arching the spine too much. Exhale, pull it in and then step it wide. Okay, your hands will be on the inside. Make those tiny adjustments that you need. Shift the right knee back. Keep yourself supported with blocks. Breathe in and shine your heart up. Breathe out, lean your head to the left. You can even dive it a little forward to feel into these lines. You can go side to side with your hips. Find that connection of your left hip, belly, or side body into your neck and chest. Breathe in and take your head back up to the middle. Let's walk the left foot in so it's in alignment with your hip for the most part, or at least it's sandwiched between your hands. Shift your hips back, pull the toes up. You can take the blocks underneath your shoulders. Breathe in, lift up your spine. Breathe out, forward fold down. 2 more waves. Inhale to rise up. Exhale, slowly crash. 1 more time. Inhale to lift. Exhale, melt down. Settle yourself in. Staying still or moving your leg side to side. Femur bone within the socket. Last breath. Inhale, lift yourself up. Bend into your left knee. You can pull the heel in slightly and take both hands to your front thigh to stack yourself up and get yourself settled, and maybe widen the stance if you need more support for balance, right? But nothing tighter, nothing more close together than hip width distance apart with your bottom knee and your front foot. Tilt your tailbone down, finding your waistline long. Reach your hands up. Take a big breath in like you're getting pulled by the wrists. Exhale and push your hips forward. Pull your elbows back, shoulder blades back. Inhale, reach back up, shift out. Exhale, come back in. Heart lifts. 1 more time. Big inhale. Big exhale, elbows back. And you can drop your hands behind your back. Maybe you find a small grip. Pull your arms long. If you have a strap, you can always use a strap. Lift your chin off your chest. Tell your left big toe, stay down. Tell your heel to stay glued in. 1 more breath. Exhale and let your palms go down to the floor. Let's walk the blocks forward, tucking your right toes under. Let's lift the knee. Take as many steps as you need to. Inhale, find a halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Now this time you're going to bend into your knees and send your heart forward so that you're settling back kind of into this chair pose for now. I really want you to get in tune with your glutes and your quads and your belly so that you can rise all the way up to stand and get out of your hips. Okay. Let's take some hip circles as we stand, noticing what you feel within the hip joints around the crease in the front and then around the back. Let's reverse. Nice job. You can settle your hips back into the middle. It's like you're titrating, right? Or reverberating back to the center, this pulled in activation through the center line, starting at your feet. You can relax your shoulders, your arms down by your sides. Close your eyes down if that feels safe. Breathe in through your nose. Breathe out of your mouth. Check in with your legs, working your way up to this powerful center of creation right at your low belly. Keep a hand there, bring one hand to your heart. I want you to feel your belly hand lift first as you breathe in. Then your heart lifts. Exhale, heart comes down. Belly comes in. A few more times. Inhale. Notice if there are temperature changes underneath your palms. Breathe in. Breathe out. Twice more. Your own pace. Relax your hands back down. Breathe in, reach up towards the sky. Exhale, hands in towards your heart. Let's heel toe the feet out really wide. You can take your hips down, bending into your knees, slide your hands on top of your thighs. We want you to sway your hips from right to left. Now making even more room, okay, for your inner thighs and for your waist. And maybe you shift the weight from side to side through your feet, or you go left, right through your hips, right? Okay, breathe in through the middle. Exhale, let's dip one shoulder down. Look over the opposite. Breathe in back to the middle. Exhale, switch sides. You can push through your knees again. One more time each side. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale back to the middle. Exhale, other shoulder. And then coming back to the center. My head's gonna get cut off, but that's okay. I'm gonna stay right here. Inhale, push through your feet. Rise up, reach up. Good. Exhale, knees wide, elbows wide. Come into your goddess. Couple more. Inhale, elevate. Exhale, knees out, elbows wide. One more time. Breathe in, reach. Breathe out, dive in. Inhale, reach for the sky. Straighten out your legs. You can point your toes forward. Exhale, long back as you dive in. Hands to the floor for a wide-legged stretch. Again, going from side to side if that feels good. You can slowly walk your hands over to the right. You can be on blocks. If it feels good, you can keep the left hand down and reach the right arm up and back again for kind of a twist. It's okay if your hips sway with you to the right. You might feel more on your inner left thigh. Take a breath. Exhale, fold you back down. Walk your hands over to the left. First, focus on getting a little closer to the ground, working on the backs of your legs, creating more room there. And then you can leave your left hand down. If you want, reach your, right hand down, left arm up to the sky. Then you can lower your left hand back down. Take your time heel toeing your feet together until you feel good to come down onto one knee, followed by the other. Give yourself a sway. Knees from right to left, or hips from right to left. Slowly sitting back on top of your ankles. You can feel into your spine. Breathe in and lift your shoulders up towards your ears. Exhale, roll them back. Let's set up your blocks for this resting period. And going back to the way we set up at the beginning. You get to scoot your butt all the way back onto the bolster and lean back. This time, whatever feels right with your legs, whether they're long again, just like you were, or you could try again with feet together and knees out, or if you want them just pointed up towards the sky or knocked in, just figure out what feels good for you. Or don't move and feel from the inside out, right? Relax your hands across your belly again. You can cross your fingers together. Breathe in through your nose. Open mouth, exhale. Start looking from within where you've got tension, whether it's physical, mental, or emotional. If you feel blocked in any way, start using your breath here in particular to dissolve. When the tension resolves, notice the connection you feel to yourself and to the baby within you. Focus on that connection. Breathe deeply back into your belly and your chest. There is no rush to begin this reawakening process. Move as slowly as and intentionally as you need. Bend your knees, take a stretch, reaching overhead again. Roll over onto your side. Pick yourself up into a seat whenever you're ready. Pulling yourself up tall. Draw your hands in towards your heart space. Find some gratitude for yourself showing up onto your mat. Find some gratitude for the baby within that you're nourishing, helping to create. Take a breath in through your nose. Open mouth, exhale to give it back. Again, thank you so much for showing up. From my heart to yours, namaste.